quite honestly, if you're trying to make the league being a 40 goal scorer, good luck. I'm telling you, because it's hard. If you want to make it as a guy that's a detailed guy, good in the faceoff circle, block some shots, penalty kill, start it that way, you got a way better chance. I'll tell you that right now. And there's way more roles for that than there is the guy being on the right wing scoring 40. If I come to camp thinking I'm going to be a 30, 40 goal scorer, I got to beat out Liney or Bjorkstrand. Or I got to go to Edmonton and beat out Connor McDavid and Hyman and Draisaitl. Tall order, right? Here's a great example. I had, God rest his soul, Brad McCrimmon, who passed away in that flight in Russia. I had him as a coach in Atlanta. And all the time, he'd be like, Lars, what do you add into your toolbox today? You can't stop adding. If you're, I played left wing, right wing, and center in the NHL, all of it. They asked me to play center. I remember, I will never forget the day Bob Hartley said, you play center before? I said, oh yeah, lots. I hadn't played center since I was probably 12 years old. But I certainly wasn't going to say no because it was an opportunity to play. I said, yeah, I play lots of center. I lied right through my teeth. And then I started studying, and then I started working on face-offs. But guess what? Now it's got me on the penalty kill. It's got me taking face-offs because I can win face-offs on the penalty kill. It was getting me 3 or 4 minutes more ice time. And now I'm a guy, I can be a utility guy. You got to embrace it, right? You bloom where you're planted. Wherever they put you, be the best version of that. That always hung with me. I'm like, what a great idea. Like, instead of complaining and going, I should be this, it should be that, just do what do they ask me? Just do it. Do it the best of your ability. You got to really want to know what you want. If you want to be in the NHL, well, you're going to probably have to expand your game, because by the time you get to the NHL, everybody was the best where they were at. Everybody. He was either the defenseman of the year. He was either defenseman of the year in Europe. He was the top scorer and the winger in Russia. He was the best centerman in college. He was in junior. He made first All-Star team and played on Team Canada. These guys are here because they were the best at what they did. So it is that pyramid effect. So now, how do you add value to this team? When I played in Colorado, and I looked at the team, there was, at that time there were 6 Hall of Famers, and this team was like loaded to win. It wasn't playoffs, it was Stanley Cup or bust. You have Joe Sakic and Peter Forsberg and Ray Bourque and Rob Blake and Patrick Waugh. These guys were good Hall of Fame players. And I'm going, where do I fit in? I had to change. I had to add some grit, some fighting, some, being a rat, and not stuff that I wanted to do. I could be a 20 goal scorer in the American League, or I got an opportunity to play 6 minutes a night in the NHL and be an NHL player. There was guys on my team in the American League, really good players, that didn't want to do it. And I'm like, I'll do it. I'll try. At least I got no regrets. If it didn't work out, it wasn't going to be because I didn't try to do it. That was kind of my ace in the hole. I was able to work myself into a role that I wasn't a great fighter. I didn't know what to do, but I had to learn. He challenged me 12 games into the year. Are you going to hit anybody? I fought 3 games in a row. I'm like, all right. I'll add that. Why not? There had to be a willingness. My goal was to play in the NHL. I saw a path that I could get on that might get me there, and it did. It ultimately got me there and had a little over 300 games, so it was great.